Welcome to how to create a Cinemagraph with Adobe Express. So I've been doing these a while in Photoshop and just got going with Adobe Express, and it's pretty good, Adobe Express, at what you can do with videos. So here we go. Here's my animated GIF with the cascading coffee and a logo. So let's make it. Let's get a video. If you want to use your own custom video, go get a video from Adobe stock, or just use one of the videos in Adobe Express and get a logo, and then go to Adobe Express and create a new 1080 by 1920 inverse HD file to work with. So let's get the coffee cup. So if you go down to Elements and then Design Assets and type in coffee cup, you can get a coffee cup. I'm just using this first one here, but whatever one works for you. And position it so that there's a little bit of space up top for a logo. What else? It came in a little bright. I just thought that lid was super bright, but let me click on it and adjust it. So I'm going to take down some of the brightness in the cup. I'm just looking at the lid, maybe some of the highlights. All right, so all we're going to be using is the lid part, so I think it looks a little better like that. And I liked having some kind of gradient in the background, so I'm going to go to Media and get a gradient, but you could get a pattern, or let's go to Photos. Oops, you could get a gradient, X gradient. Different than the one I used last time, but something colorful. We want it kind of light at the top. Okay. And then drop it down. And now we want to make the center, or we want to make part of the image transparent. All right. And so we have two layers, and there's a background layer in Express. So I'm going to click on this change background color and make it none, which doesn't change anything on screen, but it will in a second here once we start erasing. So maybe save it while you're at it. Something like coffee cup demo. And now let's erase. So I want to make this all one image and then re-upload it. So I'm going to download it, and I'm going to get a PNG or JPEG is fine. All right, so I got a JPEG, and now I'm going to get a new file, and I'm actually just going to go to the Express homepage in the upper left, rainbow A, and then drag in, and it should ask me original aspect ratio, so I click, yeah, I make the original, I match the same file size as the image. And now we can start erasing. So click on the image, and then this template section should become, there we go. It should have erase on it. And I click erase, and the default erase is quick select. So let's see how it does. So I'm going to start from the bottom white section here and click. Oh, I'm gonna do Command Z, done. I'm gonna go to background color, and because I guess I did that a step early last time, but now we should get transparent pixels when we do our erasing. So little mistake there, but I'm gonna keep going. So here, okay, now we get transparent pixels for our motion to come through. One more time, doing good. And see, it doesn't, oh, it did it. Okay, good, this is better than last time. So if we zoom in to 100%, you can see it's really good, actually. So it's just these little corners that had a little trouble, and I could change my brush size and try clicking in them. But it gets to the point where you have to switch from the quick select tool to the circle brush tool. And if you do go too far, like if you go into the lid, right, and it goes, the selection outline goes too far, you can hit restore, and then you can kind of paint away what you don't want, right? So I can come back here and paint away, and here it snaps into place. So kind of a cool tool, back and forth between restore and erase. It takes a little while to get the hang of it, and sometimes it doesn't work so well when it can't detect the luminance value differences on the edge. But I'm going to drop my brush size down really small and come back and kind of get rid of this part over here. It's okay if you go a little too far, because then it just looks like transparent pixels with coffee in it. So I guess try to go a little too far. I'm going to start in this very upper corner region and kind of work my way out. And I know this tutorial is not on using this eraser tool, but you got to use it to create the transparent pixels. So I went a little too far, maybe. I don't know. I'm fine with it. All right, so I'm going to hit done, and then zoom back to fit to page, Command 0. And so that's what you want, is an image with a transparent center that you can add your video behind. So I saw this at McDonald's one time, like 5 years ago. And here's our footage. Whoop, Command Z. Bring it in. All right, resize it. I saw this at McDonald's like 5 years ago on just a video display, and tried to recreate it. So they had like a McCafe logo, and they actually had like an outline and a color around the edge of the coffee cup, but you can't do that in Express. But in Photoshop, you could add a stroke. So all right, so let's finish up here. So I'm gonna add my logo. And change the blend mode to get rid of the white pixels. And now here's the trick. All right, so the problem is I got a 50-second file, which I don't need. So I'm going to crop that, trim that down to like 10 seconds. Most of the TikTok templates are less than 10 seconds. So if you wanted to send this image to one of those templates, you could, if you save a 10-second MP4. All right, so I want to zoom in on the top part here, and maybe have this. Okay, so the problem is there's a glitch from the end point to the beginning if this was a looping animated GIF. So the trick that Cinemagraph people like to do is to put the playhead in the middle and then split it. So split, and then you add a transition to that glitch, which occurs between the beginning and end point. So if I swap these two, now the glitch, or the end point and starting point, I can add a transition to. And dissolve works, crossfade. And this video is fine because there's not much of a glitch, but if you were to add a different video, so like if you would have come and searched for, I don't know, where's the media videos, coffee, right? You could have added these beans or something, and maybe you want to add a transition so that there's no glitch, or the glitch is not as apparent. Anyways, let's finish this up. I'm going to hit download and get an MP4 on my desktop. Okay, looks like it's downloading. and double click to check it out with QuickTime. So I could put this on a social media template. Let's see here. Is it? Yeah, it looks like I missed a little bit. There might be a little spot right there that I didn't erase. So it's not perfect, but it still gets someone's attention for a few seconds, right? I think it looks cool, that effect, how the coffee cascades. So let's maybe rename it, or let's go to the Adobe homepage, Adobe Express homepage, and go to video and convert to GIF, and then upload our 10-second MP4. I'm going to keep large quality. And it failed the first time on me. I found when working with video, Chrome works better than Safari. But all right, it worked pretty quick. Hit download. And get it on your desktop. And it did not go on my desktop. And then drag it onto the browser and check out your creation. So hope you found that helpful. I think this is kind of a cool, I don't know if it's a trend, or I was just kind of surprised that I hadn't seen there. I went to YouTube and there's no other of these Adobe Express Cinemagraph tutorials, and I've been having fun. You can do other cool stuff with video in Adobe Express, like Luma mats and some other variations of cinemagraphs that I'll do here again. So hope you liked it. Thanks.